Hi Aquarius, and welcome to your May 2020 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky here to talk to you about your energy coming in the month of May. Welcome back Aquarius. If you're new to my channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button below and thumbs up the video if it resonates for you. Interesting energy coming in for you this month, Aquarius. You have a lot of good luck, I think, this month actually, and you might not feel that way coming into May. April was crazy for everybody. If you're coming from a weird April and you think, how can this go on? How can I understand, my branding or myself or my surroundings or my work? May's really going to teach you, and you might kind of have a really sideways experience in May where you're like, you could not have expected where it took you, but it takes you to the place that you need to be to figure out some of the answers to these questions that have been ruminating for a long time. So first thing that I see when I'm looking to your reading is the Nine of Cups and the Strength card. I love the sort of boosted yellow colors coming in because a lot of people are having a lot of gray experiences, and you've got that too. You've got some gray cards: Ace of Swords, the Hermit, Eight of Swords, Seven of Cups. It's there for everybody. But within that, you've got these few experiences, or maybe these two experiences, these two people, or these two things that are in your life that are like really lighting up the dark and really giving you a sense of hope. So that's kind of what I feel for Aquarius this month, is like a sense of hope, or even a sense of what you might consider destiny. Like the twin flame soulmate experience could really happen for some of you, actually. I don't usually go on and on about twin flames and soulmates, but I do think that you might really be meeting somebody who gives you a lot of strength, and that could just be a representation of you. You have the Hermit in your reading. The Hermit and Strength and the Sun reverse as major arcana might indicate for a lot of Aquarius that a lot of the experiences are solitary, or even if you do meet somebody else, it's about the change that happens within versus getting too attached or connected to the other person. Basically, Aquarius, you have a very defined point A and point B this month. Very defined. And I think we all do, but especially you, especially Aquarius. You have Saturn having just moved into your sign last month. And then what it does on May 10th is it goes retrograde and it starts to move back into Capricorn over the span of the month. And what that means for you, Aquarius, is there's something that just kind of touches you. Like a sun ray touches you and then the clouds come back over the top of it. And why that is significant, and it's not just something that's meant to be depressing or like, oh no, where did the sun go, is because you get that glimmer of hope, but then what reemerges is the past status quo, and it's meant to kind of give you this like aha moment of like, wait, I kind of want to be in the sun, or I kind of want these like warm, graceful experiences to touch me versus keeping like overcast, dour, austere situations at hand. So one of your life missions for the month of May, is going to be understanding who is not a pleasant presence in your life, Because I would say that you've got maybe 2 or 3 people who are quite unpleasant experiences or unpleasant presences in your life. And I think that you need to really accept that for what it is. Don't let me convince you or start thinking bad of people who are benevolent presences in your life, but you're going to have known it before you came to this reading. So if you've come to this reading and you just have these experiences with these people that are really holding on to you, maybe even when you're alone, you feel maybe psychically attacked by people, or you feel like people are kind of really lurching at you all the time. It's maybe really best to really get some distance with those people, As I kind of feel that all the fixed signs to a degree during the month of May need a distance from something that's really grasped onto them or is really trying to bring them down. I think that you might have kind of been pulled down, And I think that you might actually see that in a way everybody around you is kind of pulling you down in a way. And here you are developing the strength, the luck, and the tenacity to pull yourself back up and shift that paradigm is what I would say. Getting it together. We've had a little spade, or I would say a span of Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Aquarius, these 3 signs, this chronological part of the zodiac, where there's something very untogether. And maybe that's it for all of us. Because if it's in you, it's in all of us. You're the collective sign, And what I've told Sagittarius and Capricorn is very simple. It's like, get it together, get it together, Aquarius. Like, you are probably actually the most together sign of the zodiac. Saturn is in your sign in the beginning of this month. So here are all the pieces to the puzzle. Will you assemble it? Here are all of the, tactful responses right at your door. Will you meet them? Or will we continue being tactless? Or will we continue looking at the tabletop full of puzzle pieces that are not placed together? These are the questions that really define an Aquarius in May. It's like all about free will, Over on Patreon, I talked in the 11th Tea Chat about free will and astrology and how they combine together. It was an excellent request of one of my patrons. If you sign up for my Patreon page, you can feel free to request anything, and I will talk directly about it over there. You should check it out. But that's besides the point. What I've learned a lot about free will is that it's here in May, and we can feel really pigeonholed or really tactile with the paths that we're on. Like, we really can't get off of them. Wow, like these things I've committed to, they really have a lot of control over me. And it's true to a degree, but we have more free will than we give ourselves credit for. Will we use it, Or will we keep things really repetitive? That's not the wrong answer for everybody. You might be an Aquarius who has embraced repetition, which will get you further and will build a foundation, but you really want to make sure that it's not a toxic type of repetition, okay? We have Pluto just having gone retrograde in your predecessor in Capricorn. So what's behind you could be toxic, okay? The foundations that are holding you up could be a little bit toxic. And as an Aquarius, I think you have a great chance in May to clean it up or purify it or elevate the vibration of your experience this month. And on that note, Aquarius, I'm going to go ahead and get into the week-to-week portion of your reading. If it's resonating for you, I will be putting together an extended reading over on Patreon, and you can sign up below in the description box, or there will be a link for it at the end of the video in the center of your screen. By being on Patreon, you can get weekly tea chats on Saturdays, and you can also see the extended readings, get early access to them. It's all ad-free on Patreon, so it's a great way to support the channel with one low monthly fee. Anyway, Aquarius, let's talk about your week-to-week. Ace of Swords rooted down by strength for your first week. Somebody else had that exact combination. I want to say that it was Leo. I can't remember for sure. So interesting to see that on your axis. Great idea coming in for you. Strength coming from your intuitive, intelligent process. Okay. So I think you already have all the ideas, Aquarius. If you've been wanting to do the new business, or if you've been wanting to take on this new aspect of your life, all of the ideas are there. I don't think you have to try that much harder. It's just, will you grasp it? Will you embrace it? Okay. And that's really telling, for a lot of people. I think that most of everybody, we can't speak for everybody, but most of everybody has the understanding of what needs to come next in their lives, okay? That understanding is very precise and clear, but will we embrace that strength archetype and tame that inner beast that might be holding us back, or actually embrace what we know we need to move forward with? So that dichotomy is coming in for you, Aquarius, in the first week, full force, But you know what to do, okay? You know what to do. You're very intelligent at this time. You're like full of resources, full of intelligent resources. Your instincts are spot on right now. So I think that you just need to really think about what that is. Are you connecting to that? Are you communicating with yourself about how to move forward? Don't be afraid to embrace what you know is your true forward motion, okay? Week number 2, Aquarius, you have the Hermit rooted down by the Sun reversed. So, 2 major arcana cards coming together in the second week. The second week of May is going to be a major week for you, okay? Major shift coming in there. Some of you, it's like, okay, I'm going to start walking toward the sunlight, I'm going to start walking toward the light. I'm going to lighten up my experience. This is something that's happening again for a lot of people this month, where we're like, okay, this heaviness, these burdens, this feeling of like punishment or judgment, that's not acceptable anymore. And a lot of people are moving shop per se, and you might kind of feel that coming in. And for some of you, that might be a solitary pact with yourself or a solitary movement. But it's like right as you move past that and move into the third week with the 9 of Cups rooted down by 8 of Swords reversed, there's somebody there, or there's this sense of hope again coming in. So right as you move, right as you trust yourself to have the motion that you've needed, in comes a very hopeful presence, okay? There's this moment where you trust yourself, and so immediately you are rewarded. But I also feel that there could be a moment where you don't trust yourself and there's a bit of void. So trust yourself. Trust that you know your direction, okay? Speaking more specifically about the third week again, there's an open door there. Okay, Nine of Cups is always like a new portal, all right? It's always like a new door into a new story or a new chapter of life. And Eight of Swords reverse says that you are basically undoing your shackles, okay? You are stepping out of confinement. You are stepping out of your constraints, okay? So Saturn's gone retrograde. It's moving back towards Capricorn at this time, and you're like, okay, bye Saturn to some degree. But you have something really, really important to learn from about the time of like March 25th to May 10th, okay? So whatever happened between March 25th and May 10th, Aquarius, there's something really vital, a very vital learning lesson there that will help you to get through the oncoming Saturn transit of your sign, which will, I think you have until about September, actually, of 2020. I can't remember the specific date. I have a Saturn and Aquarius video, which details it all there. All those dates are there. You will have quite a bit of time, quite a few months before Saturn goes back into your sign once it retrogrades into Capricorn. And by implementing and employing the lessons that you've learned while it's been there, you will thrive, okay? You will save yourself a lot of lessons, you will save yourself a lot of hassle, and you will have a lot more stable, solid of a foundation to work off of. So can you come out of those constraints? Can you open your eyes? You know, you're not about being blindfolded anymore. If you see in the Eight of Swords reverse, there's a blindfold there. There's something that's not really seeing clearly, and you're leaving that behind. It's reversed. You're not satisfied with it anymore. You're opening your eyes, you're crossing your arms, and you're like, okay, let's move on. And I love that. Week number 4, you have the Seven of Cups reversed, rooted down by King of Wands. So, fixing old themes of burnout, first and foremost, and getting your mind back to the present moment, too. I talked about this in Sag and Capricorn's reading, too. There's like a visualization, okay? Seven of Cups reversed has been prevalent this month. I think a lot of people are like visualizing to escape, okay? And that might have been totally necessary for you, you know, during the time of April when we were going through that, you know, that may have been necessary. And as you get more control and as you get more freedom, I think that you have to get back to the present moment, and you have to really wake up and see where you're at and see if it's all right and see if it's like not damaged in some way. Because maybe some of you have moved. The Hermit indicates movement. Maybe some of you have walked into a new door of life, and now it's time to stick in the present moment. Now it's time to enjoy that, and now it's time to physically identify with your surroundings. You know, Saturn's going back into Capricorn. Jupiter and Pluto are also retrograde in Capricorn there. We have to really understand the meaning of our houses, okay? The meaning of our surroundings, the meaning of our family, the people around us, these physical, tangible, present things we have to wrap our head around, okay? King of Wands rooting that down says to me that it might be really great for you by then. You know, you might be able to have a lot of fun. You might really be able to like party more, or have nice company, have nice physical experiences as well with other people. It's getting towards summer. Maybe you're able to like be out on the water or something. Maybe you're able to celebrate something. I think you will be celebrated during that time. So be in the present moment, snap your mind back to that and soak it up, enjoy that. You're getting more motivation there too. You're getting more evolved fire energy. So you're not just burning out. You're not just pushing yourself to this point that is like burning you out so badly. You are harnessing that interior fire energy, and you are knowing how to channel it. So that's beautiful. Anyway, thank you so much for being here, Aquarius. I hope that your monthly reading has resonated for you. Thank you so much for being here on my YouTube channel. I'll be having some changes on my YouTube channel soon, so be sure to subscribe and maybe even bookmark it, because I might be having, a change in channel name. So I will keep you guys posted on that, but thank you so much for being here. And let's go ahead and jump over to Patreon now. You can click the center of your screen to get the extended reading. We're going to do a central theme as well as 2 supporting themes. I will talk to you next month. Much love, Aquarius. Bye.